Welcome back to Refrain Chord. So, okay. We still have some skits to check now with Fleur and Al. So, at tender age.
I went with Aldo. Let me first hear if it's voiced or not.
I think this one is not, if I remember correctly.
No, it's not.
Okay, what a novel. I picked it up because everyone's talking about it, and now I see why. It's very good indeed. The protagonist realizes that his world is a mere fabrication and tries to resist his destiny.
So, an isekai?
The Truman Show.
The Truman Show?
Yes. Yeah, that sounds like the Truman Show.
Fleur. Welcome back.
That one-eye goggle of his, does that serve a purpose or is that just to look cool?
Magnifying lens too.
Al, I need to ask you something.
What is it?
Is Al short for Al Pacino?
You're
I think it's Alfonso.
You're the one who named me, right?
Wait, her fairy named her?
Yes.
Well, remember, we established in the previous part that he raised her. So, just tell me why.
I think this
I
might
hate that name.
Yes, I am the one who named you. The name I gave you, Fleur, means flower, in a language from a nation that doesn't exist in this world.
But why did you give me that name? You've never been much of one for flowers.
Because you kept wearing flowers in your hair like that.
You like you like mechanical things. Why didn't you name me after something mechanical?
Alright, then I'll call you Reg from now on.
Lady, I like Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm not gonna name my first kid Sonic.
I think it's not. Yeah, look at this pose from Fleur. I caught this fish. This is such an awkward pose. Can you imagine? And she always Fleur's poses always looks awkward in some kind of way. Like, can you imagine even walking around like this? Because most of the times, this is meant to be her neutral pose.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Okay. I could see that pose working if she were an idol, but as far as I know, she's not.
Making you so pushy today. Is something wrong?
I don't really understand it myself, but I feel desperate to know. Everything around me feels so fake all of a sudden.
Oh, that's just Truman Syndrome. Yeah, they did actually name
the
complex after the Truman Show.
You say? That rings a bell.
Does it now?
It's just like a story I read a few seconds ago.
Huh?
Sorry, it's nothing. As to where your name came from, I don't remember exactly. Perhaps it was a safe, pleasant-sounding name.
Do I sense a story plot point?
Nope. This goes nowhere. Safe? The whole thing about her, why he named her this.
But it's not such a bad name for a girl. It says you're beautiful, just like a flower.
Guys can be beautiful too.
Even I wouldn't think to name someone after something mechanical.
Yeah, I don't get the logic. Like, just because you're a fan of something doesn't mean you name someone after it.
Also, I'm still the weirdo who doesn't name Pokemon when I catch them. So, does that explanation work for you?
I guess. I'm satisfied as far as my name goes, but there's something else I'd like to ask.
Oh no.
The birds. She's gonna ask about the birds and the bees. What's with these clothes I'm wearing? I don't recall picking... Oh god, this bit here. I don't recall picking them up for myself, so you must have provided them, right?
Wait, really? I know he's been raising you, but you look old enough to get your own clothes at this point, or are you just,
All these frills and ruffles. Did you dress me this way because it's what you're into?
Okay. To point out, she's dressed like you would expect an idol to.
Also, that's pose right there. Look at that pose with the hand. Like,
I tried to replicate, but once again, the wrist is probably dislodging. Fleur,
yeah, okay.
Please, say no more.
I would say I've always had a bit of an... Well, I'll let you finish.
I understand your suspicion, but one must keep a delicate touch. Talking of the taboo.
You're not helping, Al.
To think about it too much.
Al, you're not helping.
What the fuck?
Your sudden denial isn't helping.
Okay,
Just say that these are the clothes I prepared for you, for what it's worth.
Okay. The thing is, her clothes aren't even that skeevy. Sure, there's a bit of cleavage, but it doesn't like...
Well, no. To be fair, she was questioning the riffles and the ruffles and the way it's done, not so much that it's skimpy.
Okay. From what I know, that's like a way that a lot of idols dress. So I guess she was implying he's into idols, if those are a thing here. But as far as we know,
We already had the previous sketch where he compared himself more as a father figure. I assure you, frills are not really my thing. I look for function over form in my clothing.
Okay. To be fair, she was just asking if like he prefers frills on clothes, so it's not anything perverted so far.
Anyway, close myself too. Right. The goggle, for instance, clears up the poor vision in my right eye. Originally, I had a monocle, but that was rejected. Character design.
Meta joke there. Yeah, originally
Okay.
rejected.
All right, game. Well played. You answered my question about the one-eye goggle.
Never mind that. Just speaking out loud.
I don't really get it, but okay. That's the thing. As you're going to find out later, Jova, they do the thing with Fleur where she's been super shut, and as a result, she doesn't know anything, even like the most basic shit. It does. Thank you for telling me.
And I guess this game is
that
about
pose looks like she's asking for a hug. Seriously, that.
My pleasure.
Give me a hug, Daddy.
The world is a strange and complex place. I wonder if you'll ever learn the truth, like the hero of his novel.
Okay, I guess the reason he'd go for a goggle over a monocle is that a monocle.
I guess I'm
likely
still
to
pretty
fall
naive. I know a lot more than I did before, but there's still so much out there to learn.
It's basically combining an eye patch and a magnifying glass, Jova, basically.
That
Yeah.
works for me.
I've got to keep learning more things. Right, Al?
It's not a bad character arc. The sheltered anime protagonist who has
Yes,
to learn
indeed.
more about the world.
My problem is that that arc-verse kind of peters out over the course of the
Okay, then.
game. Ghostbusters.
Who you're gonna call?
Okay then.
I'm back. I don't know from where I'm back, but I'm back.
Welcome home, Fleur.
Those.
Thanks for doing the shopping today. Were you okay all by yourself?
Yes, everyone in town is so friendly. It was fun listening to them talk while I was shopping. So you were eavesdropping?
No. It's probably just stuff she overheard.
Speaking of which, do you all know what a ghost is? Ghosts? Why bring them up now?
No, Pang, you cannot eat them.
While I was at the market, I heard about a ghost that shows up at night in Kidanar. It's causing a lot of problems over there.
Oh, yikes.
So as protagonist, we have to deal with it. Are they sure it's a ghost?
No.
Nobody's into ghosts nowadays. Probably just another stupid rumor.
Sure.
You kind of sound like you're doing Shaggy with that voice.
Why zoinks?
Because he has had a Canadian voice actor.
You've all heard of it, right? When I heard people in the market talking about the ghost, I didn't understand what it was, but I was embarrassed to say so.
Oh my. You've really never heard of ghosts before? That's surprising.
No, I haven't, but it seems like they're general knowledge. Now I feel very aware of how little I know about the world.
Ghosts are, ghosts. They're all like, ooh, ooh.
Erin,
Yeah.
I prefer when you were teaching stuff in a tutorial.
The graduation cap and everything.
Yeah,
Glasses.
yeah. Killer explanation, Professor.
Agreed.
What?
Yeah.
I'd say ghosts are, floaty and white and see-through, except sometimes they show up in pictures and as weird orbs.
I mean, he's not wrong.
That's more succinct, so sure.
Thank you, Professor Fang, but that's somehow even worse.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, Tiara. I actually think Fang's explanation was better, Tiara. Actually,
Yeah.
but whatever. So ghosts say boo, and they're see-through.
Oh, yikes! Now Fleur's even more confused. I guess we're just gonna have to go to Kidanar and show her the real thing.
And that's it. That's the side quest.
even if we were to go, there's no guarantee we'd see a real ghost, you know? Oh, cool, so we have an actual side quest from the skit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. You know, shoot first. Ask questions later, eh? That's the right attitude to take here.
Please, I want to see what a ghost is for myself. Don't we have an evil company to stop and a goddess to revive?
Pedro. Side quest logic is that we have time for these things.
True, yeah.
You're just making it more confusing.
No, he's not. Like, again, this is one of those things I didn't like from the original Fairy Friend stuff. Like, yes, Fang could be an idiot, but there were times where people called him out on stuff where he was not acting the fool for.
Yeah. Ouch. Damn, I messed up.
I think this is voiced.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there's the auto bot.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, look for the auto cue, and there you are. Auto cue.
What a hero.
Oh.
I guess
They were
cats.
cats.
Cow and the black and white. Oh. Cat fight.
Hilarious.
Pun.
ついでにこれも覚えておけ。猫は一見可愛くても油断するな。奴らは猛獣だぞ。
Again, he's not wrong.
I rather hear, Shiro has the ultimate opinion on this, thank you.
Oh, no. Like, my sister has a cat. That cat can be cute.
Yes.
But when he is displeased, the
Oh, I
claws will
understand,
come
Drova.
out.
It's just a matter of, ranking in authority. Sorry.
Well-
I ain't making the rules.
I don't know. Like, unlike what she would have you believe, Shiro is not the world's authority on cats. So,
She might also be a bit biased, seeing as how she does at times admit to wanting to be a cat.
yeah. That's why I had, for the sake of our budget cuts, I had to fire her from this playthrough because the cat food that I kept buying for her was just getting way too expensive.
Yeah, I know. If we'd have kept it up, Pedro would have had to start funneling the money from our recording budget.
Yeah.
Alright, so since we're starting to see Fleur in more of these skits, I'll say she's fine character-wise so far. Her gimmick is that she doesn't know much about the world, so she looks at things in sort of a bright-eyed nature sort of stuff, but she is learning, and she seems nice. Not
I don't want to see how
annoying
much
either.
they played for comedy. We only have seen relatively little so far.
Now, this particular...
It has the
Sorry.
potential to be fucked up very easily.
Well, this particular skit is basically just a big...
Oh no, in general, I mean, even in the proper
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just going off of what I've seen of Fleur so far. Like, and I'll admit, if I recall correctly, a lot of times in the original... Yeah, for the sake of convenience, when I say original, assume I'm talking about Advent Dark Force. Like,
Yeah, obviously, Drova.
most of the times in the original, it usually did not take long for you to know if a character was going to be particularly annoying or not, essentially. So, I am willing to give Fleur the benefit of the doubt
Oh, no.
far.
I don't know. There's nothing inherently wrong with Fleur. It's just that I find her at the end of the day a bland character. I don't think she's particularly interesting. She doesn't really have much of an interesting personality. Her character arc of quote unquote growing out of her sheltered nature kind of peters out and stops being a thing halfway through. We'll see. Yes, Teo?
Also, I might as well use these to actually talk about a bit about the glass. I did check, and while the pronunciation is slightly similar, is correct. It's not because it's supposed to... Whoa.
Whoa.
Jesus.
Fleur, please don't kill our
Get it?
protagonist.
She doesn't know how to use a first aid kit.
I don't know,
Yeah, so
Jova.
this is the stuff that I was meaning, that I was talking about.
I mean,
Well, this is just
okay.
well, to be fair, this is just typical. Oh, she doesn't know how these things work. Comedy type thing.
I'm guessing the logic is like, well, she's never had to heal anyone else. Like,
she doesn't know anything. No, she
she
doesn't know anything about how these things work. So Fang has to teach her or teach her.
Angles spoiled me too much.
I'm curious. Do we learn more about her backstory properly? in the
Yes,
story?
I can tell you already, Jova. Yes.
Well, here's the thing. She technically has a backstory, but her backstory, it's not so much her backstory as much as the backstory of a related character.
Way, Jova, there is a reason why she's sheltered, but we don't know that yet.
Yep.
Oh, it'd be so funny if they pull a
Anyway, what I was mentioning is that, again, the reason why glass has her name pronounced like that is not because it resembles the actual word glass, like the transparent substance. It's because it's still correct to what I was saying. It's representative of ice, but it's the French pronunciation. That's why it's written also that way.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Because it's similar to Fleur. The muses do.
Oh, so
apparently the muses do have French names.
Okay, then. So it is meant to be glass. Okay. Okay.
It's just that I thought because it's similar in pronunciation, I thought it was the same thing.
If I am right about Glass and Fleur being sisters, I wonder if this game's gonna pull a Hyrule Warriors and say that they're actually two halves of an arbiter of time who was supposed to look over the time stream, but then
if you
split
change
into
the
two
future, you
things.
change the past, sure.
Well, there's no time travel in this game, so we don't have to worry about that.
It's weird because with Glass, it seems to hint that Glass knows about how things are supposed
Alright,
to
Teo.
go time-wise. But I digress.
Let's see.
Go ahead. Watch, I think, actually, I forgot.
Yeah, let's see if he's voiced or not.
I think this one is not voiced.
I can't quite tell yet.
Fleur, you're up. Good morning.
Yeah, they do this weird thing where sometimes they say one word
Yeah,
at the
just
start,
like in
but then just
Nier.
not the
Yeah, it's like
rest.
in Nier. What do you mean, good morning? The sun isn't even up yet. Why are you even ask?
An alarm clock from the inn was broken. I decided to fix it. Even tinkering with something this small helps clear my head. Also, CD. Machines really are wonderful things. They do exactly what their creator wants them to do without hesitation.
Well, if you like machines so much, let me introduce you to this little nitty-gritty called the Matrix.
Don't you think that's wonderful?
I suppose so. It looks like you're having fun.
Yes, very much so.
That reminds me, weren't you working on another machine the other day?
Nature's greatest invention.
Which one do you mean? I'm always fixing a machine or something of the sort. Are you talking about the time I fixed the neighbor's kid with his broken toy? Or when I fixed the inn's refrigerator?
Wait, the refrigerator? You fixed that too?
Also, the inn has a refrigerator, apparently. It stopped properly cooling the food all of a sudden. Bahus came to me in a panic and begged me to fix it before it all went bad. I could have asked Carly to do it, but she'd rushed off after hearing some rumor about a rare fairy.
Oh, that Harley.
That rapscallion.
I see. I guess there's a lot that goes on in here that I don't know about.
You don't even know half of it.
But the thing I saw you fixing before was something bigger than a toy and smaller than a refrigerator.
Okay, it's easy to narrow it down, I guess. Perhaps it was the radio.
Yes, that's it. Who asked you to fix a radio? So there are radios in this universe? I was under the impression that this was meant to be a medieval fantasy
The
universe.
innkeeper, they asked me to take a look at the radio after they heard about how I fixed the refrigerator. Again, since then I've been asked to fix a lot of other machines around here. Oh well, never a dull moment, I suppose.
I feel like we've always had a mix of medieval stuff and
Sounds
technology.
like
I was
Yeah,
about to get there.
Go ahead.
Yes, but it doesn't seem like it. But I'll wait until this gets over. I wish. I enjoy tinkering with machines, and when I fix them, the owners are happy.
Indeed. It's nice to make people happy.
Isn't it, though?
But that doesn't mean you have to start so early, does it?
Trust me, you start early in the day, you
I
have the best to
concentrate best in the
relax.
morning.
I can understand that.
I see. Al?
A lot. I think that's enough conversation for now, don't you? It's still too early for you to be awake. Why don't you go back to sleep?
You still treat me like a child.
You'll always be like a child to me.
Aw,
19,
father-daughter
damn it.
relationship.
You patting my head like this. I know you can't see it, but trust me, he is.
Just pretending
It,
it's happening.
it feels so comfortable and familiar, just like long ago.
Just like long ago. Hmm? Yes, indeed. So very, very long ago.
Turns out it was last week.
Mysterious, I guess.
Very mysterious.
Alright, that's it for character episodes.
Basically, again, Jova, it's I agree with Pedro to an extent because this franchise did not showcase. It did showcase a presence of technology or some steampunk technology, but not that much. That being said, I'm okay with the radio. It feels a bit more plausible. It's the refrigerator that feels weird.
Anyways, there are ghosts
Oh,
in
the
here.
ghost.
I don't know for sure, but there seems to be a sufficiently ghostly atmosphere here.
Go ahead, those.
What? Are you scared, Tiara? Ooh.
I am not scared. Kindly cease your oohing.
Ah, you got freaked out by a drop of water. I knew you were scared.
You're just as scared as I am, Aaron. You're just trying to tease me to hide how frightened you are.
No, that's not true.
Search your feelings, you know it.
You're literally shaking.
This feels like a poor man's episode of Scooby-Doo.
I know. Again, why are you so excuey?
Go ahead, Shaggy.
Pipe down, eh? You'll scare all the ghosts away.
You
yeah.
sound like 4 kids Usopp, Jova.
Yeah, if a ghost were to pop up and say boo now, we wouldn't hear it over your yapping. I see, I see. So ghosts have quiet voice? Not necessarily, Fleur.
Well,
Depends on the type. Some are completely silent.
Huh, a dead end. Guess we've looked around the whole place.
I didn't see any ghosts. I guess these rumors were false after all.
Well, what are you gonna do? Sorry we couldn't find you a ghost, Fleur.
And then the ghost pops up.
Oh, don't be sorry. Ghosts must have busy days too.
He's
This is
so
the worst episode
understanding.
This is the worst episode of Scooby-Doo I've ever seen.
Yeah, something like that. Alright, let's head home for today.
Ah, ghost.
Hang on a minute, that's no ghost. It's a monster.
Well, they can be both true.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be a ghost, though.
Jinkies! Turns out the ghost was just an old monster in disguise. Oh my god, this is Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Jinkies was an addition from the localization team. Probably.
To be fair, I'm okay with that one because it fits the context of this scene. To be fair.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, and I-
is Scooby-Doo popular in Japan?
I think it is. Let me check.
I'm pretty sure it is maybe not to skyrocketing level, but just maybe the same as the rest
I know
of the world.
I know Wacky Races is.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, from what I can see, okay, there are a few with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, it goes by a completely different name in Japan, Jesus.
What's it called in Japan?
It is called Yowamushi Kurupa. And also, the characters even get different names too. Scooby's name is Blooper. Daphne's name is
Wait, what is
Borokin.
Wells doing here? Oh, it's a shadow, I guess.
Oh yeah, that. Basically, we haven't gotten to the actual cutscene that explains it yet.
Oops.
But the game does not account for whether or not you're doing the side quest too. Sorry. Basically, Glass has the power to create a shadow version of herself and make it appear somewhere else, and that's the game's justification for her always being in every battle in the game.
So basically, she's a recurring force of evil who is influencing even the enemies of side quests to show that she is essentially that bad a guy that she is constantly working to hinder our venture.
Kinda, yeah, but don't worry about it, it doesn't matter. This plot...
It's not the worst thing. Anyway, Fred's name is Handsome. No, seriously.
I mean, I guess it fits. But
that's the same logic. That's the same logic on the Italian translation of Final Fantasy VIII. Disgusting person.
Daphne's name is Jenny.
And we're just random.
And Velma's name is Megako. Literally glasses girl.
Okay. Like that tracks, because remember, Japanese people speak much more literally than we do. So
I understand the thought process, but I don't really think the names really needed to be changed. Like I don't know what they thought back then.
Maybe they thought they would be more palatable to Japanese audiences if they had those names. I don't know.
Again, I don't know. Again, this is probably something that happened since the 60s, the end of the 60s, and early 70s when it did actually happen, so maybe it was a mentality that they had back then about it. I don't know.
And that's
yeah, apparently from what I can see, Scooby-Doo is insanely popular in Japan, probably partly because his creator was Iwao Takamoto.
Phew. Ghost busted.
Of course.
Devs, please.
Sorry, the video keeps falling down for some reason. I'll catch up.
So the ghost is nothing more than a monster. I knew it. There's no such thing as ghosts.
You say that now, but you were the most scared when the monster appeared.
Anyway, so in the end, what is a ghost?
Well, real ghosts are usually kind of see-through. So they've got long, messy hair, and they don't really have legs, because they float.
Like that thing over there?
Of course. It's kind of like that kid in Pokemon with the hand on your shoulder.
Yep, exactly. Just like that thing over there.
It's kind of see-through.
And its hair is messy.
Again, just pretend that he's there.
We have to pretend that a ghost is there, which is funny because ghosts usually aren't all there.
Whoopee.
Wow, a real live ghost.
We impressed them, Nita.
It says everyone, like,
It was so scary that we couldn't render it. I guess the idea is that everybody but Fleur is scared of the ghost.
Yeah, basically. Well,
The skit will get resolved in... Oh, no, I guess that was the end of the side quest?
Yes, that's the end of the side quest. It's, again, it's a poor man's version of a Scooby-Doo episode. Like, it's not particularly funny. It's just kind of, whatever.
Also, like, not for nothing, but ghost, monster, the terms are kind of synonymous.
Well,
but I digress.
I guess it depends on the place. So.
See you, everybody, for the next part where we get back to the main plot.
Yeah.
See you then.
See ya.